Hello and welcome to Gary's Corner. It's been a while as usual. I'm finding it a bit tough making these videos at the moment, but I will persist and we'll see what happens. Anyway, I thought it was about time that I gave you an update on my project. I think it was my last video I done. I told you that I had bought a boat. Well, we should say a sort of boat. It was a 20-foot Culbert Fisher, and basically the hull's good but the rest is pants, so it's total restoration. And I've done this as a bit of a challenge really, just to see if I could. Obviously being in the wheelchair, it's makes things difficult to say the least. But anyway, I thought what I'd do in this video is I'll just show you how I've been getting on. I've been trying to take a few photos and whatever, but to do video, I mean, it's really hard for me to even move about on the boat. Yeah, you know, having to place cameras and switch them on, press record, and then get in position to work, and it would be just too much unless I've got someone else there to film it until I get to the sort of later stages. Once the deck's in and that, I might be able to, but until such times I think it's just going to have to be some photos. So bear with me and we'll see if we can make the content a little bit better. And anyway, see how I've got on. And here you can see this is the original state as I bought the boat. As you can see, it's in a bit of a sorry state. It needs a lot of TLC, shall we say. A lot of the wood is rotten. The main bearers were okay. Here we started disassembling it, and we've taken off the roof and some of the main stringers which were rotten. And this is my good friend who's been giving me a hand on Sundays, which is most appreciated. This is the hulls, and this is us starting to rub down the hulls with a grinder. And as you can see, quite a bit of dust, dirty old job, but somebody's got to do it. And this is it stripped, well, almost stripped. And here's my friend grinding away again, just giving something to do. And as you can see, he's busy getting covered in dust. But it's a necessary process as we want to key in the paint when we paint it and get it a bit cleaner as well, obviously. This was me just testing to see if this engine would turn over. I did have to rebuild the starter motor, but it did actually start turning, which was really good, and a bit of side rolling, so I reckon we've got a good chance of that working, so fingers crossed. And this is now how it's starting to look. We've ground all the hull, we've stripped back the fiberglass off the stringers. This is the windows. I've started rubbing them down, and here is where I was masking them up, getting them ready to paint. And I just sprayed them with a satin black, and then epoxied over the top of them, just to give them a bit more life. This was a switch panel that was falling to bits, so I decided I could probably design one and print one, so this is what I did. And this is on Cura and this is on the printer, starting to print it out. And yeah, done quite a good job really. And this is a printed article, and then it was painted black. But yeah, all fitted quite well, all nice and neat, and got myself a new starter. This was my old wheelchair motor, and I'm going to use that as a winch. That might sound crazy, but I think it will work. This is me starting to cut out the stringers, and once they're all cut out, basically I laminated them all together. This was where I gave them a coat of epoxy first, and this is where I stuck them together, and got two big stringers which were the Rotterdam's ones that I took out, and here I fiberglassed them and totally encapsulated them, and then just cut a grey primer. This is a new switch panel I made with amp meter and voltage battery regulator. That's the back of it, so that's all good to go. This was a light switch I've made just for inside the little cabin, and this was a Morse control which I've serviced and greased up, so that's good to go. This was a searchlight that weren't working, so I took it to bits and worked out how I got it going, ordered a new bulb for it, and voila, there you go, all working. So that's good news, because they're a handy thing on a boat to have, especially if you lose someone overboard. So yeah, good little gadget that. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little update of the things I've been doing. So I've been quite busy. I've been doing what bits I can at home, and then a few days here and there over the boat. So anyway, that's where I'm at the moment. I'll carry on, and I'll keep you updated. Until then, take care and stay safe. Bye now.